There is evil there that does not sleep.
Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're here to look at our Skyrim load order, the latest load order that you're seeing. When I'm playing, like right now I'm playing Tess or Spooner the Chef with the chicken, that's this load order. And I'm being a little silly with this load order, but I have 138 mods. That's why I'm sitting here on this screen. I want you to see that. I'm using 138 mods, okay? So that's a significant number. It's not the max, of course, but I want you to see that. Now we're going to tick down through each of these. I am using some of the Great City overhauls. I can't remember if I'm using all of them, and I'm using the Skyhud and some different things. I've gone to Skyland, some of the new Skyland stuff. I wanted to check that out. And then I've added in a bunch of little things, and I've got the Forest of Debella and some natural grasses and the ELFX stuff. And we'll come back and talk about a little bit of that. Just some different things I've thrown in here for fun. And then some of my core mods, of course. Some of this has not changed. And Whiterun, the City of Trees, because I didn't have any other overhaul for Whiterun. So I said, you know, we'll just bring that in. It looks really nice. And this has got some of the dungeon stuff that I like, as well as the Great Cities. And I brought back the old lamppost mod that I like. And I have some medium-born armors and weapons and different things. Again, we'll try to talk about this. And I have the full auto chicken for fun. You know, just some silly stuff, you know. Let's see, what else we got here? Let's keep going. Oh, now we're going to get the glitch. I have so many mods that we're getting that glitch, which there really isn't much I can do about that. We'll still try to talk about some of these mods, but that glitch kind of complicates matters. So we'll do the best we can. All right, so we're nearing the bottom. And yes, I do have the giant chickens mod just for fun, and I threw it in down here at the bottom because all it does is make your chickens giant, and it's a really tiny mod. Anyway, so talking about this, that's something new, and you will see giant chickens in my game because it's funny. Like I said, I was in kind of a silly mood. Proper aiming, because if you've seen some of my playthroughs, I needed something to line up my aiming better because, well, the aiming was just a little off. The third-person aiming wasn't very good. And this works. This somehow lines it up better and makes it work a lot better. So, anyway, what else we got? This is a patch I needed for the Great City of Solitude. I am doing invisible headgears, and I decided to do all of them just for fun. And most of the headgear in my game is invisible, and it's just for fun. Let's see, wait, is this a patch? Wait, this is a patch for the Great City of Solitude. Did I miss something? What's down here? Oh, and this is a patch so that it's compatible with USSEP. Well, what was the other patch for? See, I've got two patches I've even forgotten. Oh, for ELFX. This is a patch so it will work with ELFX. Okay. So there we go. Let's see what else we got that's new here. I am doing rats. Can we see it? I have a different... let me find it. I have a new animation here for magic casting, which is cool, and I think it's good. Unfortunately, the glitch has caused the image to not show, but it's a pretty good little animation. I thought we would try it out for fun. Let's see. This is a newer version of the cube maps that someone ported, and it's supposed to be a little more optimized. It's been very good, so I can't complain. This is a new cathedral smooth, transparent, foamy waters. Again, it's been nice. I just thought I would try it, and it's been nice. There's my usual map stuff. Tempered skins for guys. Starlight eyes. I thought I would try this for fun to give our people some different eyes. And I think I gave Spooner the chef, I think I gave him some really glowy eyes. So we'll take a look at some of that. This is Meister B's female body replacer. I can't remember. I don't think I was using this before. I decided to try, even though it includes its own texture. I decided to try it for fun. It's a UNPB shape, and it covers all the females, of course. And then that skin texture is for humans, and then there's a Khajiit and Argonian texture that they included. I usually don't like things that include the texture, but in this case, I thought, well, let's try it. And the texture's okay. I think the texture could be nicer, but look, everything's fitted into 80 megabytes, and it does look pretty good. So I'm not complaining. You'll see in the game. I think it looks good. Let's see. Still using 90th Train's hair picks, which I like. I threw in this high poly hair for anybody in the game that might have vanilla style hair. This should give them a better looking vanilla hair. Let's see, nothing new there. We've talked about those mods. Somebody was nice, and I can't remember who ported this. Do they say down at the bottom? Oh, I don't see. Anyway, we could get out and look at it, but I don't want to get out of the load order. Nonetheless, someone was nice and ported a bunch of these Serranaholics over. These are the ones that are like head and face only, so that we use whatever body and skin texture you use. And these work really well, and the 1.8 has always been my favorite, so ta-da, she's back. I tested it already, and she does look fine, so that's good. The kids are all right. This is just for fun. A different kid mod. You know, I use the, what's the other one? RS Kids or something like that. But I decided to try this one, and these look good too. Kind of funny. Anyway, it's different and nothing bad. And then Lynn's Skyrim NPC overhaul. This is for guys and girls. It's nearly everybody in the whole game is changed. It's very good. So, and it's not too big. It's, under 730 megabytes. So I'm using that this time. We've done a show on that before. And this is the full auto chicken. I have not done a show on this, but it does work and it's pretty fun. Occasionally, now just a couple of times, I've had it get stuck where it keeps firing. But if I click the trigger again, it quits. So, and like I said, that only happened a time or two. Now, this armor, this Nightshade armor, there used to be a Seraphim version of this, but when that modder took down all their Seraphim stuff, they took down all their Seraphim stuff, including this outfit, which was too bad because this outfit, at worst, it's not really super skimpy. At worst, it's a one-piece bathing suit style of outfit, not even bikini style. So anyway, they were just over exuberant when they took stuff down. Pardon me. So anyway, sorry, I had to try to clear my throat up a little bit. I'll try to eliminate that. Nonetheless, if I forget, I apologize. Anyway, it's a good outfit. I'm going to use it at some point for tests. I haven't yet. This I've been using for tests. It looks very good. It works very good. It's fun. This I haven't tried out much. I did a test on it, and I know that you can use it and that it works. Beyond that, I don't know. I haven't tested out this. I'm going to have to use Spooner or somebody, some male, to try this out because this is for males only. But I saw this and I was like, okay, we have to try it just to be silly. We always do the girls, so let's, we'll try it with the guys and see how it looks. And then there's this armor. I don't know. I meant to use it. I never got around to using it. I still have it in the load order. I'm going to at least do a show on it. We'll see. Might even end up using it if I like it. We did a show recently on MSZ goods, and one of the main reasons I'm using this mod is because of the spoon daggers. That's what Spooner is using. So he's got these spoon daggers that he beats everybody with. So I know I'm using 200 megabytes so I can have spoon daggers, right? But anyway, Now here is the children's textiles, and this just helps make their clothes look better. Let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, here we go. I have a medium-borne weapons, 1K. This textiles, it retextures the NPC clothes, the clothes you find in the game, and it really adds a nice little touch to things. I don't know if I knew about this mod, if I forgot about this mod, or if I just ignored it thinking it wasn't anything, but it actually adds a nice little touch, and it's not a big mod. And if you wanted to see a little variety in the clothing and stuff, this does help give you that, and it doesn't make any super drastic changes. This is just a refit the armor and clothing to the UMP female body. And this is the medium-borne armors 1K. I haven't had any issues with this. I haven't seen any issues with this. And for such a small version of the mod, it looks really nice. So you'll probably see a show on that and the weapons, and we'll take a look at those. But I think they look really good, and they're really small mods. But 1K is usually sufficient to make something look nice. Yeah, you can do 2K and 4K, but a lot of times I can't tell that much difference. Now, I can tell a difference when you don't do 1K, and we'll talk about that. But 1K seems to be that fine line. If you go below that, it's not so good, but if you stay there and above, everything looks good. So here are the great cities. I've been around to all these. I didn't have any trouble. I didn't have any crashes, no problems. Everything looked good. I've traveled all the way around. I've been doing some dungeons, so I've been in like Bleak Falls Barrow, and I haven't been in all the others. I have been in Embershard Mine, so that's one of my places I go. Unique Bridges is nice. All the great cities and great towns are cool. And again, I mean, we'll have to do a show on that. And this is Wickwaz Whiterun, the City of Trees. And this is the full version that really makes it look very cool. Now, some of the textures in this Whiterun mod end up being used in some of the other places. So it actually is very nice. It adds in a little extra flavor in other places, which I don't mind. I think it looks very, very good. But if you don't like this mod, you would not like that. But I like it, so. Let's see, what else we got that's different and entertaining, and I'm probably going a bit long. The rest of my load order shows won't be this long. We'll just talk about changes, but I am using, okay, for difficulty mods, I am using the Surface Spawns, the Dangerous Skyrim, and the Genesis mod here. If you have these three mods, they will add quite a bit of difficulty to your game. You'll get bandits spawned, you'll get enemies, not just bandits, but you'll get enemies spawned on you at different times, and they will be tough. And I think I've shown you some clips by now. You've probably seen some clips of my character taking a dirt nap, getting squished or thumped in the head, or, you know, killed in some manner. So it's pretty funny. This, I haven't tested this out yet, other than to say that I've not had any issues with it, but I haven't really grabbed up any followers yet. But this is supposed to give them some more lines, and it's supposed to be, you know, a good thing. Now, I'm not trying it out. I don't do relationship dialogue overhaul, and I don't do guard dialogue overhaul, but they say it works fine with those as well. I'm not really that into the commentary stuff and all that, but I thought this one sounded interesting since I do use followers more, and I thought that might be a good one to try. Let's see. Now this, inside the nebula, I almost tried the new Skyland Night Sky, but I really wanted to try this, and it's really nice. Inside the nebula, it's a little big, but I think it's very nice. It looks really good. And if you've seen, let's see, I think I've put up some pictures of the moon and the sky, and it just looks really, really good. All right, so let's get beyond that. Now, we're going to get into the weathers stuff. The weathers and lighting, I decided to do all enhanced lights in FX, and I did this new version with the window shadows. And it adds a certain flair to the game. If you try this out, it adds a certain flair. I'm not super, now I'm going to say this, with the outdoor weathers, I'm trying to decide if I really like the outdoor weathers. There's times that I do, but there's some outdoor weathers, some rain that I kind of look at and I go, I'm not sure. So I'm kind of waffling on that. But everything else, other than that, like there's this one rain that you get that looks kind of strange. It doesn't look horrible for a game, but for me it looks a little strange. Anyway, other than that, I would say that the weathers part of this has been very good. Now, the external lighting, the internal lighting, the interiors, everything, all of that has looked good to me. I've only seen like one minor flaw where there was some candle smoke light that was out of place in the little boy's house where you go do the Dark Brotherhood quest and you get that started. Is it Arantino, Aventius Arantino or something like that? In his house, there was one little thing that was not in the right place. But other than that, I haven't seen any issues, and so I've really been enjoying this. It adds a certain flair and look, and my game is darker at night than I normally do. So some of my videos may show that. Okay, I try to avoid doing anything where you can't. I don't want to give you a video of blackness, so I try to avoid that. But in this case, we might see a little darker videos. Okay. Here, trying natural grasses. I forget why. I just thought I would try it. So, I think because it says Forest of Dibella grass. You know, it has a little bit of, it has a mixture of things, and I thought it might look good with the Forest of Dibella. And it does look fine. It looks good. So, I decided to use it. I think this is this Jarl Ballin? I think Jarl Ballin ported this. Well, I can't see here. Nonetheless, I think it looks good and goes well with the Force of Dibella. So, let's see. Let's go back up. I was trying, I don't know about this, I was trying Rallies, Nord Warhorn, the silver and blue one. I'm disappointed. I thought this was going to affect the candle horns or the horn-shaped lights, but it doesn't. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not, because there's not enough of these horns just laying around to be worth even 6 megabytes, in my opinion. I just don't see that many of them. What I wanted was something that would affect the horn. I'm not using the high poly project because every time I use any version of the high poly project, it gives you those stones that when you look at them, they have like little barcode stripes on them that look bad. And I just can't tolerate that in my game. I know, I'm bad. Anyway, so I am doing the Ultimate HD Fire Effects and Divine Embers, and I think these look really good. We're doing Marie's, doing Bellyaches. Of course, we're doing my doors. I decided since I'm doing Skyland, hold on. Okay. Since I'm doing Skyland, I decided to do Rallies Solstheim on 1K. And I did the little SMIM Solstheim objects. I thought that was cool. I'm doing the newer Skyland landscapes and architecture. Again, this looks really good. I don't have any trouble with any of this. I think it looks really nice. I am trying the tiny SMIM. I'm not sure. I appreciate them making the effort and trying to make it smaller. I do. And this is about half the size of a normal SMIM. And I appreciate it. I'm not sure that it's working for me because it's too small. I think you need at least that 1K resolution or whatever. I'm unsure if I'm getting improvements with this mod or not. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm having a hard time telling because I've looked at some things and I'm like, is that better or is that the same as vanilla? So, however, I will say the apples and things like that do look better, but there's a couple of objects that maybe I'll show you in the game. There's like a skull, a skeleton skull, that I'm not sure that it looks any better at all. And I thought SMIM affected that as well. Now, I could be wrong about that, so if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me. But the skeletons are not looking good in my game. That's the one thing I will say. Everything else seems to look pretty good, though. And I'm like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I need to walk around and look at some chains and ropes and see if this SMIM is really doing the job or not. We'll look at that later. I'm using Skyhud, the Oblivion preset, because I like it. I've used it before, and I just kind of missed it, so I decided to bring it back. I'm enjoying it. And I think that covers. Now, when you do the Great Cities, you do need this Great Cities resources. And it will automatically put itself up high like this, which I have no problem with. And this works fine. I've not had any trouble with any of the Great Cities mods or Great Town mods or Great Villages, whatever. And I tried to use every one of them I could find. If you think I'm missing any, you can let me know. But I think I have all the ones I wanted. And I don't have a lot of space left. You can tell I've really kind of put a lot into this load order. I may need to do something to make my skeletons look better. But overall, I think everything has been looking good. Has been nice to look at. And the playing has been good. Oh, and I did include this, which adds some extra people in your dungeons and caves and a little bit outdoor. So it does give you a few extra people. It's just to go along with the Genesis mods and the difficulty mod. If you add in a few extra people in some places, it just adds a little bit of fun to your dungeons. Not a lot. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. So I don't want this to go on any longer. From here forward, I'll try to just talk about changes that we make, or if we find certain things that don't work or do work, or anything like that. Now, right now, I'm about 30 hours in playing with Spooner the chef and playing with Tess the assassin. Okay, so I'm doing now, and she's going through the Dark Brotherhood, and she's almost done with that. And the chef, I've got him doing the Civil War, and he's really just started the Civil War. He's really not gotten through it. So it'll be some time, but I want to get a lot of time in on this load order because it's pretty big load order. It has a lot of different things, and I think a lot of this is new and different compared to our previous load order. And I have a lot of town and village and city overhauls. But I think these really add, for the size of these mods, these add a lot of nice little style to your game. And I haven't had any crashes or anything. Every time, there must be something different about JK Skyrim. Whenever I try to use those mods, I always have a lot of trouble. And it's probably because some of my core mods that I like to use they probably conflict or don't agree with that. But these I'm not having any trouble with at all. These are working fine. So I want to thank you for watching. I'll shut up now and we'll go on. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I will catch you later. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Game.